Republican senators have been waiting for this election since Democrats took over the session floor in March. That's when the Democrats won the control of the legislature in a special election following the untimely death of Republican Speaker Tony Ampinco. PNC's Nick Delgado takes a look at a fight for the gavel and how Republicans are looking to regain the power that they lost.
Can't you just understand that? The
Senator,
motion.
I don't need to understand.
You
from
have
you.
to
I'm trying
understand.
rule.
This was one of the arguments on the session floor earlier this year when the Democratic Party gained the majority over the Republicans in the 29th Guam legislature. It was a debate over who would become the speaker. When it ended, the Democrats came out on top and Senator Judy Wampat became speaker.
The Organic Act specifically says simple majority to conduct business, to pass legislations, even to elect its officers. So I don't know, really honestly, what they can do.
But the Republicans want to use this election to take back control. The acting GOP chairman, Victor Cruz, thinks they have a chance because he claims the Democrats are taking us down the wrong road.
The Republican has always shown that they can work with either side, and it has shown. The only unfortunate part about it was with the death of the late Senator Ampinco. But even when the Republican held the majority, it was a working legislature.
Cruz claims it would have been a different story if Republican Telo Tadigui had won last January's special election. Then there would have been a Republican majority that Cruz claims would have done more for the people of Guam.
Had Telo won, we would have a better legislature going in as what we're having now. They were willing to work with the Democrats then. It's just that unfortunate that when the change of leadership happened, it happened in the midnight hour.
Even though the GOP is fielding only 10 certified and 5 write-in candidates on this year's primary election ballot, he is confident the Republican Party will once again take the helm.
We feel that we would field the slate for the general election, but for now we're just working on a party election. And we've asked everybody, Republicans and independents, to help us just stay on the left side of the ballot.
All of the Republicans on the ballot will pass through this primary provided they receive at least 751 votes or 4%. That means this primary is just a warm-up for the showdown in November.
After this primary and we go into the general election, to give the Republican back, bring them back, make them be the majority, because it will show that it's for the betterment of the people of Guam.
Nick Delgado, Pacific News Center.
We've just received word from the University of Guam Fieldhouse where the Guam Election Commission will be tabulating the results of this election, and we have 58 precincts that have been turned in, and so the tabulation should begin. So we should be starting to see some numbers fairly soon. Tune into News Talk, Pacific News Center, that is, and log on to our website at pacificnewscenter.com for the latest. Meanwhile, the GOP is holding its election watch party tonight in Mighty, where Nick Delgado continues to follow the story. Let's go out there where Nick will join us.
Half a day and good evening here at the Republican headquarters, and with me is Mike Benito, the campaign manager with Senator Eddie Baza-Calvo. So Mike, how do you think that the voter turnout is at the Republican headquarters?
Well, unfortunately, the voter turnout has been pretty low. I was out in the Momontoto Mighty polling site, and there weren't that many people. So, I wish we could have had a bit better turnout, but we make do with what we have.
And lastly, how do you think the outcome will be for the Republicans in this primary election?
Well, I'm optimistic. I think the Republicans will do well. I'm really hoping that the write-ins do well, and all 4 of them get written in. Senator Calvo and the rest of the Republican senators have worked very hard this past 2 years, so hopefully a lot of them get back in. So we want to make sure that we have a strong Republican showing in 2008.
All right, Mike, thanks for your time. Thank you very much. So we'll have more updates and comments as well as the night continues. Reporting from the Republican headquarters, I'm Nick Delgado. Back to you in the studio.